Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing Rakdos Aristocrats. I've seen it quite a bit. Basically, the mono black deck, toss in some red from Mayhem Devil, and have some fun with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. The whole premise, of course, is with any Aristocrat decks, in case you're not familiar, is it is a deck that you intentionally sacrifice your own creatures for your own gain. In this instance, the main trigger is going to be Mayhem Devil, so we're going to be referring to him quite a bit. He is a 3/3 for 3, and whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, that's any player, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. So you can bounce it around to individual creatures, you can do it to your opponent, but you'll find that you have a lot of reasons to sacrifice things. So of course, let's start off with the Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven combo. I know you've all seen this by now, but if not, whenever a Cauldron Familiar enters the battlefield, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life, and you can sacrifice a food token to return it from the battlefield from the graveyard. And then of course you have the Witch's Ovens, where you sacrifice the cat. So the cat comes into play, you sacrifice it, you get a food token, the food token helps you recast a cat over and over and over again. But this gives you a few other creatures to go ahead and sacrifice to gain Mayhem Devil's ultimate ability for that one. So you've got Gutterbones. Gutterbones is a fantastic creature, 2/1, and then you can spend 2 mana to pull it back out of your graveyard. So if you sacrifice it after you've done damage, you can pull him right back. Claim the Firstborn. I've seen a lot of people playing this one. I didn't realize how good this one. It is a sorcery for 1. However, you gain control of target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. The main point for this one, I mean, yeah, sure, you can gain control and attack someone with their own creature. That's cool. But then you can Witch's Oven their creature and kill it. So, I mean, literally for 2 mana, you can gain control of almost any creature and then just wipe it off the board with Witch's Oven. Really cool combo. Epic Downfall is there for creatures that are bigger than anything that Claim the Firstborn can handle, and it just gets them off the board. Again, sorcery speed, but still kind of good. Priest of the Forgotten God allows you to start sacrificing your own creatures. It helps you ramp. It does damage. There's all kinds of fun stuff with it, but this is one of your other triggers to help trigger Mayhem Devil. Drill Bit there, of course, you want to be able to get some of those creatures and problematic cards out of people's hands, and Drill Bit will help you do that. If you happen to have done damage a turn, it's a 1 mana look at their hand and pull crap out of their hand. Love that. Since you're going to be losing a bunch of creatures anyway, you might as well have Midnight Reaper in the deck as well. Whenever a creature dies, you take 1 damage and then you can draw a card. It helps you with your card draw. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. This is actually a really cool combo because you need to sacrifice them at the end of turn anyway by rules of Chandra's. This is mostly based around the 2/1/1 elementals that she creates. You need to sacrifice them at the end of turn, and that combos really well with Mayhem Devil. So you can either do that, you can Witch's Oven to help get food tokens. All kinds of fun stuff you can do with this one. And then your top end is going to be Rankle, Master of Pranks. Again, this is a great card. Comes in with Flying Haste. You can make a player sacrifice a creature, both of them, so there's multiple triggers coming off of Mayhem Devil. You can have them lose life, draw cards. Mana base is relatively simple: 8 swamps, 7 mountains, 4 blood crypts. The 4 Fabled Passages are in there because you need to sacrifice Fabled Passage to use it, and if you have a Mayhem Devil in play, that counts. So, I mean, it basically counts as it shortens your deck by 4 cards as far as I'm concerned, and it gets the added bonuses of using Mayhem's Devil. So let's go ahead and play some games with it, shall we? I've seen enough of this deck floating around that it made me want to play this. It's a ton of fun. I really do enjoy. I like any of the Aristocrat styles decks because you don't really need to attack. That's really kind of the main basis behind it, is you can just have a whole bunch of little, chump blockers sitting there to keep you getting killed from bigger creatures. And yes, please. And if I can teach anyone anything, this is the one thing that I've learned that I know for a fact works. If you're going to cast the Witch's Oven Cauldron, cast the Witch's Oven first. Because what ends up happening is inevitably, if they have a shock or something in their hand, they'll kill the cat before you ever get the opportunity to use the Witch's Oven on it, because that's how you keep the combo going. Cruel Celebrant. Ooh, this looks like we're going to be going... yeah. So, I love this. Let's claim the Firstborn on Cruel Celebrant and sacrifice Cruel Celebrant. That makes me so happy. That makes me immensely happy. Ooh, that would have been another. That would have been a better one to have done that with, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead with Midnight Reaper. And we'll hold. Always save your Witch's Oven combo for the end of their turn. Hey, look at that. It looks really familiar. So on the end of their turn, we are going to do the cat combo. Draw ourselves a card. And sacrifice a food token. Now all we need is a Mayhem Devil, and we are cooking. No, another red mana would be nice too. Casting costs 3 or greater? Yes, please. Let's go ahead and get rid of her while we're at it. Interesting. She sacrificed the Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Interesting. Before I've swung. Sure. I get one more red mana. I'm going to be able to control the board state relatively quickly. Tessa Karloff. Cool. Cool card for this. Of course, we will go ahead and sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar. Draw our card. He's going to end up losing Tessa Karloff too. Because I'm going to go ahead and cast Chandra. Sacrifice those 2 Chandras to make him sacrifice. Yes, this is going to work out perfect. So we are going to cast the 2. We are going to sacrifice them. Target any number of players, or target them. Yep. As I said, I'm going to kill Tessa, and I'm just going to keep rolling through. This is what that deck does. I love that combo. Ooh, oodles of fun. Oodles of fun. Let's go and play a couple more. I do apologize. I'm going to have to try to make this one quick. Because of how sick I was over over the weekend. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I ended up with strep throat last week, and I ended up missing a video, which is the first time in a year that I've done that. I also missed work, which means that I need to do some work tonight and tomorrow, so it's actually shortening up my recording schedule. So I'm trying to make these relatively quick. I want to give you at least 3 games with each deck that I'm doing, so these might end up being shorter videos this week. Do apologize for that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Sure. We'll pay the 2 life and go for Gutterbones and say hello. Because on the next turn, we can drill bit them. Twice. And let's drill bit and see what you have that I don't like. Spectral Sail. Ooh, okay, so Frilled Mystic can go. This is going to be Simic Flash. That's fun. Let's go with another Gutterbones, which I shouldn't have done now that I see that. Yep. I shouldn't have done that because I should have drill bit to get that out of his hands. That's okay. That is okay. We will be okay. 3 or greater. Sure. Let's see what he does here. What's he got that I don't like? Unsummon. And nothing but lands. Cool. Is there anything in there that I want to pull back? No. So there's no point in losing Chandra this turn. So let's go ahead and cast Gutterbones. Sinister Sabotage, that's fine. Getting a little beat up now. Oh, 2 epic downfalls. Really would have liked... I have nothing. Nothing that's going to prevent that damage from coming through. And even getting the drill bits, I guess, will sort of semi-help me. Assuming that this goes through.
Hey, don't start any fires without me. They're so cute.
Not getting any other creatures has been... well, at least we've got that. At least we've got that coming. Well, that was a good one. We knew that the Nightpack Ambusher was coming. I just didn't have the opportunity to get it in. Is what it is. Simic Flash is still a really good deck. Yep, no. I will bow down to that. It's still a good deck, and even if even if Oko gets fixed, you will still be seeing Simic Flash out there. Still a good deck. I can't complain. Is what it is. Alright, let's get like 1 or 2 more games in with this one, and we'll call it a day for this one. Should have went as well as the first one did, darn it. But we just kept getting card after card after card that wasn't a creature, so we couldn't really... For a deck that's designed around sacrificing creatures, not getting creatures really hurt us. Woking. I like that. That has a lot of different connotation on it. Sure, let's keep that. Still haven't seen the Mayhem Devil. 3 games. This will be our 3rd game now. We have not seen Mayhem Devil yet. That is a little concerning. Oh. Oh. Oh, Mono Red Cavalcade, where are you, my friend? There you are. Well, let's get Cavalcade out of your hand at least. No Cavalcade. Interesting. Let's go for the Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. I would have almost guaranteed. that this was a Cavalcade deck. It sort of semi-is. Okay. How do I want to do this? I'd love to have something out there to sacrifice him to. And my suspicion is he's not going to let the Scorch Spitter die. So let's see what he's got. He's got enough out there. Does he have anything to pump anything up in his hand? It's an instant. He could still do it. Oh, that's what he's going to go for. I'll just kill the Scorch Spitter. Pop that for red, shall we? We'll see how this goes. part of me wants to take that just to do the damage, but I want to save it to do Priest of the Forgotten Gods. So, no. I think I'm going to let that go. Interesting. So he's going to cast something big. Probably the Knight. Yeah. That happens too. Footlight Fiend. No, I'm going to hold off on that for now. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, let's do that. We're going to claim the Footlight Fiend. Watch this, how this works. We're going to go Rankle. We're going to swing in. We're going to sacrifice creatures, and we're going to kill both of his board state. This is such a cool deck. So each player sacrifices a creature. Each player discards a card. Loses life and draw a card. I'm good with that. So I'm going to discard the Fabled Passage. I'm going to sacrifice a Footlight Fiend. I'm going to kill that creature. And now I have my Mayhem Devil. Everything worked out. Oh, Scorch Spreader. That's cool. Yep, here we go. He's got creatures coming now. So we're going to drop Witch's Oven. We're going to drop Mayhem Devil. And I think we're going to go in and swing in over here. I'm going to make each player sacrifice a creature. And that's going to be enough. I'm going to sacrifice Rankle because I already have another copy in hand. Kill the Scorch Spreader. Do the damage there. He has no cards in hand. We'll just drop the mana. And we'll pull Gutterbones back out. Good. I think this is a good one to end on. Runaway Steamkin. And he quits. He calls it a day. 2 victories. I think that's sufficient. That kind of gives you an idea of how the deck runs. Again, ooh all right. So we're at the end. Let's go ahead and open some packs. Let's reward you with some pack openings at least. So yeah, since we're doing such short videos, at least I can end it with a pack opening. I'm not a huge fan, by the way. In case, like, the fact that I have to go in and claim each individual one of these, not a fan. Not a fan at all. Alright, so, what do we have? 3 packs? Let's crack open some packs and see what we get, shall we? Let's guess the rare. Guess the rare. And Sundering Stroke. Is anyone else noticing that you can't, like, see that under here? Like, I feel like they should drop that lower. Never see that card played. So, I might have to find a use for it. And the rare. Oh, finally! This is the first Brazen Borrower I have opened. The first. Obviously, since I'm not building the Oko deck, this card doesn't interest me nearly as much, but it's, yeah, the first one. All the packs I've opened in Throne of Eldraine Standard, that is the first one I've cracked open. And the last. Castle Ardenvale. Cool. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Always helps out the channel. We do have an end-of-year goal of 1,000 subs by the end of 2019, which would be super nice. It'll put me over that illustrious 1,000 and actually make me a real YouTube channel. And I do appreciate all of you that have already subscribed. Don't think I haven't forgotten. If you have a cooler Rakdos Sacrifice Artifact Aristocrats deck, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to take a look and maybe make some modifications to this one. So, until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.